Hey, how you doing? This is Mark here. Getting to be that time of year again. Wanted to go through my old bug out bag and see what I was missing. Spent about $30 today. A few extra little things I needed. So let's go over it. Here's the basics. Backpack. I have something to carry it all in. Nothing more useful or inexpensive than school backpack. Yeah, here's a poncho. It's out of his package. I've actually used that poncho once before when I was cycling. Some rags, handy to have. A pair of work gloves. These are mechanics. They're kind of pricey, but they're very tough, very comfortable. Some rope. I got some 40-foot polypropylene nylon rope. And some glow sticks. This is one fairly high-end one I got from a friend of mine, but generally I like to get them from a dollar store because all this right here, it's about $6 right there. These are about $3 each. A tape measure, all-purpose screwdriver. This one has all the bits inside the handle. Pretty nice. Got a mess kit. About $8 for a mess kit. Got a pair of binoculars, space blanket. You see some of this stuff's bagged up in Ziploc bags. It's just to keep the moisture out of things, keep them nicer longer. You're gonna have this packed away in case of emergency. Got one of those crank radios. These are handy to have. This is an older one. One I found actually, and it's a little beat up, doesn't actually work quite right. It's supposed to have a flashlight. The flashlight doesn't work. Obviously there's no cover for the battery, but the principle is you open it up and you crank it and it charges. Of course it's going to spin on the floor. It charges the battery up and you can run it just by cranking it. AM, FM, you also have your weather bands. They actually have nicer versions of this for about $50 that come with a USB charger. And I'll probably be upgrading to that pretty soon. A corkscrew, a couple of dollars, definitely worth having. Can opener. This can opener was $1.88. Can't complain about that. It's a hell of a lot easier and simpler than dragging around that old military issue thing that Dad used to have in his wallet all the time. There's a baggie full of stray matches, some of which I keep around. Got a couple more baggies here. This has got some pencils, pens. Got a couple of pocket knives, razor knife. There's one of the old whatever the heck it is. Old military style can opener. There's straight pencil sharpener in there. Just for whatever. Got a bunch of birthday candles on the super cheap. Figured I'd get a bunch of those. If you need a candle, you get a candle. Here are more matches, candles. I got a old pocket mirror. Makes a good signal mirror. Cheap, readily available. A bunch of lighters. Carabiner for whatever reason. This is one of those flint strikers. It's got flint on one side, you can see the rod. And the block is, I think, made out of magnesium. They're not too bad, they're only a couple, $3, and they're a great fire starter. You scrape off of this side here and make a little pile of shavings and hit it with the flint, and the sparks will get it going. More matches. Got a decent multi-tool. Can't say enough about having a decent multi-tool. A couple of stray batteries and a flashlight. It's always good to have a decent flashlight. You want to have a decent one. You know, you don't have to spend $30 on one, but don't spend $4 on one either. This one I think was $8 or $9. It's a little pen light, but it's plenty bright enough. And what you want is you want something that's halfway reliable, a decent price, a name you can trust, and you want something that has high lumens. So if you see something that's got like 20 lumens, that's going to be like a matchstick compared to something like this. This is 150 lumens. I have a little mag light, it's almost 220. That thing is bright as hell. A little bit of winter kit over here. I got a one shoulder bag. What I have in here, I already have my ammo for my firearms in there. I got just a little blanket. This balaclava, neck warmer, another kind of headband neck warmer, pair of winter gloves. These hand warmers I've had forever. Back when I lived in Michigan, I'm living in the deep south now, and I really don't have a whole lot of use for those, but they're really relatively inexpensive, and they'll stay warm in your pocket all day long. As far as medical, you get a little bit of this I had around. This is just a little glucose meter for diabetics. This is a blood pressure kit, just your standard cuff and stethoscope outfit. You got a bottle of Listerine. Doesn't want to stand up, to use as an antiseptic, and rubbing alcohol is the same thing. Rubbing alcohol also makes a good fuel if you need it. In this little bag here, what I got is I got a pair of scissors, more candles and matches, I got tape, a couple of razors, there's a pair of tweezers in here somewhere, and a tube of antibiotic ointment. So you get a tube of antibiotic ointment and some gauze. That'll pretty much cover hopefully most of your medical needs, unless it's pretty serious. And the razors are not just for shaving your face. You never know, you might have to shave an injured area to treat it. So, but let's get on with it. Other than that, I got a couple of knives I'll probably take with me. I take the Bowie knife, the dagger, and the what's that called? That one there. A 20 gauge shotgun, and the Mosin Nagant. The two firearms I'll probably take. I got a 8mm Mauser, but that'll probably stay at home. Other than that, that's pretty much covers it.